Hello, you join me here today at Project Nigel Land Headquarters QC, where there has been a change of plan. There was something different about to be happening today, but now that's no longer relevant. You don't need to know what it is because it's not relevant to the video. I would really enjoy doing some lovely cloud shots today, but I don't think I have time. I am off in a moment to go and collect a car that is in danger of something bad happening to it, should I not. I'm basically going to the rescue. And yet again, something went a little bit wrong with my microphone, and so all of these images that you see here have none of their own sound at all. It's about time I figured out how to do this properly, because there's only so many voiceovers I can do before I get fed up with doing it. Yeah! So, in this part of the video, what you can see is me driving a car back from Huddersfield. A car that I start to make observations about. A car that I notice a very, very disconcerting clonk on. I also congratulate the town of Huddersfield for some of its architecture. Again, all that footage wasted because the microphone wasn't switched on. I don't understand it. It was switched on, it's plugged in, it kept saying it's on, and then it wasn't on. So then, just then I pressed the button, the green light came on, and nothing. So I switched it off, and then it worked. Anyway, we may as well talk about this car. This Rover 45 that I just picked up from a chap called George over Huddersfield way. He's a thoroughly pleasant chap. And this is quite a nice car. But so far I have found a couple of issues with it. The first one is there's a rather bad clonk coming from the front over bumps. It says on the MOT advisory that there's a bit of play in the track rod end. It feels like a bit more nut, to be honest. But it's something to investigate. And the other problem so far is this. Turn the key, nothing at all, but the lights aren't dimming either, which does make me curious. That's almost like the power isn't getting to the starter motor. In fact, it's just like that. So, what I'm going to do is remove that battery and remove this airbox and get to the spade connector down there. Looks to me like something's not plugged in properly, but you can't get at it very easily whilst the airbox is in the way. It did actually appear to be making a very good connection, so it's a bit unlikely this is going to make any difference. But you have to try these things. I'll give this a go in a second. But look who's back in the yard. It's the Super Impreza. It's still just as dirty, still in need of a wash. Yep. Definitely nothing going on there at all. This starter motor is slightly different to the one that's in there, but it might still work. Come on, you friendly yobbo. What's that? Why are you not moving? I think I found out why it's clunking. Testing, testing. Aircon on. Window up. Gosh, I'm hungry again. Although you wouldn't have known I was hungry before, because although I did talk about being hungry to this, the microphone was switched off. And hopefully that will be the last time I have that particular error, because it's rather inconvenient. This car that I picked up today is called Rhiannon, and between the two of us we've got this arrangement on what's going to happen to it, but that arrangement isn't of anybody else's business, so I'm going to keep it to myself. However, the car has a couple of problems with it that were somewhat unexpected. That clonk turns out to be something a bit more serious and worrying than what I thought. So the suspension's got to be dropped down and new bushes fitted to the wishbone for it to work. Because at the moment it's very, very noisy and rather disconcerting. If this microphone hasn't recorded this time, I'm going to get to the point where I'll probably just be wanting to chuck it away or something, which wouldn't be that appropriate, would it? Well, it would actually. I did genuinely have some rather excellent stuff that I thought of on the way home last night. Oh, and yes, and on the way back from Huddersfield, came up with some rather wonderful ideas, and had a rant about the way people drive on motorways, all of which is never to be heard. That's a horse, and I've never seen these lights on red ever before, so that's something interesting. Tesco in the evening, the best time for any Tescoing.